for being here. We got a big group again. We are consistent. Woo! And I'm going to mute everyone. You can unmute later. And then I've got the heat on. I'm going to turn it off. Let's stretch our legs out. Yep, and when we breathe today, I think we're going to be breathing intentionally. That was my yesterday's classes were dedicated to intentional breathing. Yeah, and today, collateral beauty, the beauty that comes from, this, really, it's kind of like this collective grief that we all feel. It's not just, I know it's Tony because she's part of my heart, but there's like globally, there's a lot going on. Yeah. And so let's go ahead and come down and pull your right knee to chest. And breathe. Inhale. And exhale. And then we're going to take right foot to knee, right foot to left knee, and twist. And then really allow your shoulder to drop down and breathe. Exhale. So how are we working today? I'll explain it in kind of general terms. We are going to work on sun salutations and working with a block, or if you have one, or just simply working with a different way of looking at them, and poses that work the energy centers, the chakras. Let's come out. Let's do second side. We're going to come back to that side. So pull left knee to chest and extend. Breathing in. And exhale. And then left foot to right knee and come across. And then as you're here, twist, taking your left shoulder down, and breathe. Deep breath in and exhale. Good, and then we're going to come back to center, and let's go ahead and take the right leg up in the air. I wonder if you could hear, if you heard that. I always wonder what the mic picks up. I think it just picks up my voice, but yeah, so it's just little sounds in here. Alrighty, and then we're going to come across. So you could come partway across, you could bend your knee again, use a strap if you can't reach your foot, and there you go. We're going for a deeper twist yet. Push out through the heel, and as I like to say, intensity is not a bad thing. We shy away from pain. We don't need pain in yoga, but you might come across intensity, and it's fine. Good. Breathing in. Exhale. And then release and lower. And then we're going to pull left knee to chest. And left leg up in the air, using your strap if you need to, or your hand to foot. And I always have to shift a little bit, so you want to really stay center line of your mat. Turn your head to the left, push out through your left heel. Good. And breathe. Deep breath in and exhale. And one more breath. Inhale and exhale. And then come back to center and release. Good work. And then from here, so let's come up into bridge. Feet pressing down into the mat, and we're going to press on up. And so clasping hands, tucking shoulders underneath. You know something, like really, honestly, in yoga, you're supposed to kind of relax and let go of thoughts. And what happened? A thought just occurred to me. Willow, you inspired something. I don't know. I'm just lying here. I'm in bridge with you, guiding you, being as present as I can. And Willow's art came to mind, Willow's beautiful art, and then my mind said, art is communication. Art is an expression. And my sister Toni is an amazing artist. And I'm going to make sure that she has all kinds of pads, sketching pads, and crayons, and markers. And she can continue her artistic communication. So I don't know if that was what you were thinking about, Willow, but that's what occurred to me just now, and that will be her way of communicating post-trach, or when she has her trach put in. Breathe in, exhale, and one more, breathing in, and exhale. And then we're going to have the soles of the feet together, and outside feet are down. And let's just do this, where the hands are onto the belly, breathing in. Exhale. I'm going to interlace fingers, press palms up, and then arms are up overhead, and stretching. Breath in, and exhale. Again, breath in, and exhale. And then knees are together. Good work. Let's just do a little more here where you do your windshield wipers so you can really let go of any tension in your back. It's great. Moving back and forth. Back and forth. And then finally, we're going to make our way to sitting. So once we make our way to sitting, we're going to extend the legs, and we have our twist. So I'm going to say half spinal twist. You want to make it easier, you can take your right leg up and across. You can come to half spinal twist. Then go there. What would stop you is your knee or your hip if you had some difficulty there. So left arm is up, reach up. Breathe in, and then hand or elbow across knee, twist, and look to the space behind you. And breathe, and feel the magic of yoga. Present, feeling connected to yourself, to your breath, but also connected to this beautiful online community, this SAC community. Breathing in, exhale. Even those of you I just kind of met today online. Connection. Good. Now, let's just see how this goes. Okay, so you're coming out. Now, we're going to come to the left to a side plank. So I'm going to straighten my right leg. My left hand is down. I'm going to turn. And maybe I'm going to adjust my left knee. I can be modified here. Or legs like a scissor, open scissor, or feet are stacked. And breathe in. Exhale. Your arm could be straight up in the air or up over ear. Good. Some of you can do different variations. See what works for you. and then release, lower, woo, and we have a second side. So straightening the legs, left leg over the other, maybe that's where you're at, or lowering your leg, right arm up into the air, breathe in, inhale, exhale, elbow cross knees. So think about, we could work this like with breath. So inhale, expand, exhale, deepen, and just the knowledge of how we gently squeeze the internal organs. And you squeeze and you cleanse. Inhale, expand. Exhale, and feel how you work at getting your spine more flexible. One more breath here. Inhale, and then exhale, and we come out. Now, we go into our side plank. So it might just be like, you do what you did on the first side. And breathe. So arm could be straight up in the air or up over ear. Breathing in. Exhale, any variation you worked on earlier. Good. Breath in. Exhale. So it's by way of doing this that we get stronger. Good. Okay, and the wrists release. And let's go ahead and we're going to do a little core work. So we'll start out with the legs are together and you're going back. So imagine that your hands can like hold as you're going back. That's really kind of the easiest way. And then you come up and you're going to extend your arms. And then arms are parallel to legs. You're going back. Maybe you go back a little more, but you're not going to let your shoulder blades touch down and reach up. You can stop anywhere along the way, right? And just continue that. And we're going to bend the knees, heels only, and drop down. Come up. And, oh yeah, I snuck it on you, Wally. And we could go to half boat, okay? So if you're in half boat, you can hang on, you can let go, and try to elongate the spine. And some can extend the legs. You could push out through the ball of the foot. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Breath in. Exhale. Good. And then soles of the feet are together. Lengthen the spine, holding the feet. Breathe in. Exhale, and we'll lower. You're lowering your head. So there are different ways. Your heels could be close in. Your heels could be further away. Lowering your head and breathe. And coming up. Okay. So we're coming, so if you have a block, it's great. And any of this, if you don't have a block, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. You don't have to leave. Okay. Leaving is the end of the world, right? If you do leave the yoga class, that's just so sad. Okay. So you can, if you have one, it's right tucked between the thighs, okay? And you're gonna, kind of close into the knees, and it's not protruding forward, so level. And then from here, let's just do cat-cow. So rounding, inhale, arch. That's interesting. Rounding, you squeeze into the block, really round your back. Inhale and arch. Exhale, round. Tuck the belly in. Inhale, arch. And now, coming to downward facing dog. So you're pressing back. And as you do so, you could, you could still pedal, but better yet is raise your heels and lower. Raising the heels and lower. Why have the block at all? So you can squeeze into the block. That helps to activate your inner thighs, helps to line up the thigh bones, helps to widen the sitting bones so that you can actually go deeper in this pose, helps you to access pelvic floor muscles. Okay. And then you're going to walk back. When you squeeze and access pelvic floor muscles, you're accessing this very deep layer of abdominal strength, the front of your body strength. So you're lowering, take your hands to your elbows, your knees can be soft, that's okay, even with the block. Or you can straighten and feel the posterior chain of your body, the whole back of your body, relaxing and stretching. Breath in. Exhale. Bend the knees, drop down, and just really strong through the core, and then reaching the arms up. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale. And breath in. And exhale. Maybe you're lowering a little more. And then push feet into the mat. Keep squeezing. I'll adjust the screen in a moment. Reach up, breath. And then hands to heart center. So I can waddle over. I still have the block in place. And we have a side bend movement. So reach for one wrist. Doesn't matter. You go left or right. And side bend. Breath in. Exhale. Come across the other way, holding the wrist, reach up and over. Breath in. Exhale. And release. Hands are behind the back, interlace fingers, roll the shoulders back, look up. And again, we're going to come forward with the arms behind the back. Bend the knees, straighten your legs, move your hands away from your back, stretching your spine. Breath in. Exhale. And then release, and release the block. And we're going to come to a squat. So your squat might be modified. It just depends on your knees and your hip joints. And if you feel good going into a deeper squat, then you do. Good. So this sense of yoga as part of our wellness program, it's an amazing stress buster. Helps us to be extremely present. There's no time like the present time. I know that's an adage maybe, but it certainly has a lot of wisdom to it, being present. Breath in. Exhale. I think the yoga practice, let's come to a forward fold, okay, gives us ample time to listen to our bodies, to listen to our hearts, to listen to our minds. And, and you become a listener. When you can listen to yourself, then you can listen to others. It's like this amazing listening skill. Let's come to tree. You decide, how far you can go in your tree. And, the listening tree. Now we're the listening tree. And what is it that you hear when you tune in and listen? And what is your body asking of you? What does this heart ask of you? Breath in and exhale. Hands are to heart, and we'll come to the second side. So before you do second side, I do want you to think about this. Take that block again. You know how you squeeze into center? That's so easy to do with a block, to squeeze in and to get that feeling, to squeeze in. Same thing with your hands. Take your block right in front of your chest and squeeze in, just squeeze in. And when you come up above your head, so it's right above your head, squeeze in. using different muscles. And I'm going to be a little off screen. Squeeze in. Shoulders are down, squeeze in. How do you squeeze in with your arms straight? You have to draw your strength from somewhere deeper, okay? Send your roots down into the earth. Press, press, press into the block. Feel the musculature from the front of your body and the back. We're doing side 2 tree. How can I transfer this idea over? So as if I'm squeezing, well, the foot is going to press into thigh, and thigh presses back into foot. I'm going to press my hands together. I'm going to press my hands together. I'm going to press my arms up and just access, and then you can grow your branches wide and breathe. So accessing strength and flexibility in the poses. This is first chakra. Balance. Sourcing your energy from the earth, making a connection to Mother Earth. And then hands are to heart and release. And we're going to come to a squat again. So you could sit on your block, modify, or come on down. And stretch your back and breathe. Now, some come to crow and some do not. And what I will say is, let's say that you just can't come to crow. Well, maybe you could just kind of practice bringing your weight forward. Maybe you can have the block between your feet and then you walk on the block. And you might feel what it's like to put weight on your arms, like your shoulder up over a wrist. Or maybe you bend your elbow and you still have your shoulder right up over your wrist, or maybe beyond the wrist. And maybe your very toes are touching the block, or the toes leave the block. Breath in, squeeze your knees into the arms like a nutcracker, or like you have the block in place. Come out, rolling your wrists, and then take your block with you as you come to standing. Okay. I want to make sure you see the block. So sun salutations, right? So again, block, no block. Let's see how that works for you. You're going to stand in mountain, and you're going to squeeze into the block. Standing in mountain. And notice if you're too far forward. Not many people do that, but definitely people go too far back. So find that happy place, the middle path. Breathe in. Exhale. Let's take the arms up in the air. Keep squeezing hands into the block. And then maybe looking up and drawing your arms back, but as best you can. Squeeze hands into the block. Imagine I walk up to you and I want the block, but you don't want me to have it. So you're not gripping the block with your hand. Palms are flat and you're pushing with flat palms. So the strength comes from the arms. And then from here, we're going to take right foot back. Right foot back, warrior one. It's a little varied, okay? Heel down, pelvis squared. My pelvis wants to open up. I'm trying to square it. Again, press in, engage your core. Shoulders down. In front of your face, up over your head, better. And extend and feel the strength of your upper body, of your arms, of your legs. Strength, your emotional strength, physical strength, spiritual strength. Look upward and breathe. This is the warrior. This is a strong warrior. And then release. And what we're going to do, have it nearby. We're going to press back to downward facing dog. Now, I could put the block in place in downward facing dog. Okay, that's where you've gone. And as you're here, breathing. Squeeze into the block. Now, I don't know, maybe this is where you're at, or maybe left hand can reach your right knee, your ankle. You're going to twist and breathe. And we'll switch it up. Right hand, maybe your right hand can reach for your left knee, ankle, shin bone, twist. Come forward to plank, strong plank, breathing in. Exhale. And then lower, knees could still come down even with the block in place. Lower, 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 right onto your belly. Adjust the block so it still stays, and then squeeze into it. Bring your hands back by your thighs or up in the air, right? And your hands are reaching back. Fingers are spread wide. Don't strain your neck. Look down. If you get enough of a lift, maybe you can look ahead of you. But look back. You can swing your arms. Look the other way. Swing your arms. Good. And bring your forehead down for a moment. Relax your legs, so don't worry about squeezing the block. Breath in. Exhale. Onto the elbows. Sphinx. And now I'm squeezing the block again. And breathe. Activate your back muscles. Straighten the arms if you can. If it's too much, don't go there. It's hard for me to squeeze into the block as I extend. My legs kind of splayed a little. And then down I go, and I can squeeze once again. Press back. Heart chakra pose. Your pelvis stays up in the air, thighs on the vertical, forehead down, and breathe. Stretch the arms forward, spread your hands wide. Breath in and exhale. And again, breath in and exhale. And come to kneeling, clasp your hands behind the back, roll back. Maybe with the block in place, you could curl toes under and do your half camel. I know the block's kind of a weird one, isn't it? It's like, oh, it makes you work differently. And then try the other way. I know I don't have knee padding, so, and with my legs in this position, you can't splay the knees and kind of cheat a little bit. So now, downward facing dog. Press on back, breathe in. Squeeze into the block, adjust your feet. Breath in. Exhale. Now, take the block away for a moment because you need to swing your right foot forward. Pause in your low lunge. Take your block, bring it up. Back heel down. Hands to heart. See if you can really bend into your right knee. Press in. And then come up over your head. Keep pressing. Bring your arms up and extend. Deep breath in and exhale. Beautiful. And then from here, we'll step forward, and I'll bring the block in place again for the forward fold. Look at your knees, and then look ahead of you. And breathe. Fold in. And look ahead of you. Soften as you come all the way up. We'll just bring the arms up into the air. Arching back. And hands to heart center. So if you want, if you're like, oh, I love this block, you can do it again. Who knows? Or not. And just remember, have the memory of it. And body has memory of touch, of sensation, so you'll remember how to work. So I'm just going to change my mat a little bit. And here we go. Front of the mat, side 2. As if you have a block. You're squeezing, your hands are pressing in. You're going to reach your arms up overhead. Reach up and back. And come forward. Soften knees. Come down. Stretch. Chair. Utkatasana. Bend. Strong legs. Reach your arms up. Imagine you're squeezing in. Breath in. Exhale. Come down again. And straighten. Look at your knees. Look ahead of you. Fold in. Left foot back. Pause, low lunge. Heel down. These would take the place of the strength, right? These are strong poses. If you were looking at chakras, this is sun. Reach up, pressing your palms together. Usually we separate, just press your palms together, look up. Hands down. Downward facing dog, press back. Hands spread wide. Feet hip distance apart. You could bring your feet together too and imagine you're squeezing legs into center line. Come forward, plank. Lower, your choice, cobra, sphinx, upward facing dog. I'm doing upward facing dog. So part way down and then up and extend. Breathe in. Exhale. And then back, all the way back, downward facing dog. Shake out your head. It's the left leg. Some have to come on hands and knees. That's fine. Or left leg swings up, left leg forward. Back heel down as we make our way up. Palms pressing together. Arms up high. And breathe. Hands are to heart. Forward fold. Right foot forward. Pause for a moment, breathing in. Exhale. Feet together. Chair again. We're getting a few in there. And reach. Inhale. Exhale. Push feet into the mat. Lift up, arch back. And then hands to heart center. Let's, after that, what I would like to do is I'd like to come to sitting. I'm going to say, we're going to work our shoulders. I would say sit in Virasana if you can. I'm going to sit on a block. Hero pose. If that doesn't work for you, be comfortable. Maybe you're sitting cross-legged. Maybe you need 2 blocks. That works too. And you need a strap, I think, for steer. You're going to reach your arms. So 2 blocks is fine. Some go up even higher. You know, what works for you? Okay? Some just sit on their heels. I don't. I like having the block. I always show it because you can't tell. If you're looking at me and you just like tuned in now, you're like, who knows I'm sitting on a block? So, all right. Strap, if you want. Your right arm comes up, bend. Your right hand can hold a strap. Or maybe you don't have a strap and you can't reach. You can be right here. Or you take the arm and you connect the hands behind your back. And let's see. It is fine to use your strap, but you don't want to be like rounded. You want to be upright. Or you connect your hands. Then, once you've got the connection, don't look down, look ahead of you. And are you slumping? Is your elbow down? Okay, see what you can do here. Breathing in. Exhale. Let's do the second side. Come out. Oh, before you do it, the arm that was elbow that's up, let's do eagle. The arm that was up, that's my right. It's going to come on top, and I have eagle. Why not? Breathe in. Exhale. That's all heart chakra, by the way. When you work your shoulders, it's the heart chakra. Heart chakra, heart energy governs your actual heart, your physical heart, but your shoulders, your arms, your elbows, your wrists, your hands. And then we're going to go over. And left arm is up, so you know what you need to do. Do what you did on the first side. Sometimes we need to strap on one side and not the other. And wherever you're at, maybe not looking down, but looking forward and not slumping. Breathing in and exhale. All right, so we're going to release. Now you're going to take the arm that was up. That's going to go on top of the other, so you could hug yourself and then wrap. Squeeze in. See if are your elbows low? Can they be as high as your shoulders? And there is something about this. Like usually we do the legs and winding the arms here, just the arms, but this is really good for lymph. When you squeeze like this, you're moving lymph fluid around, which is really good for your immune system and your health. Breath in. Exhale. And breath in. And exhale. And then release and take the hands down. Ooh, your shoulders should feel really good. Well, hopefully you're okay with just one more here. Just you should feel really open as you're doing this. And if you need to stretch your legs out, of course do. Yeah, and then let's reverse. Up, down, and up. Down, that feels so great. And I feel my shoulders where I hold a lot of my tension is like my shoulders are happier. Okay, so we need to straighten out the legs, okay? So what I like to do is just take a moment, straighten one leg, press the heel down, the foot down. So if you're off the sticky mat, your foot's going to slip. So be on the sticky mat so you can push and no slippage. And reverse, other side. Press, good, and no slippage. All right, so we're going to make our way up to standing again. And we'll do another balance pose. So it'll be triangle to half moon, because triangle kind of paves the way. So left foot is leading, legs are straightened. Breathe in, shift. So it's like Egyptian painting. That's what you are. You're an Egyptian painting. You're like flat, okay? And there you are. You're totally in an Egyptian painting here. And breathe in. You're flat against a wall. Jaw, make faces. Relax your face. Relax your jaws. You could see me do it, but I can't see you. So you just be as silly as you can, making faces, relaxing your facial muscles. Breathe in. Exhale. Come up. So super important to bend your knee as you're coming over. Super important, where's your hand placement? This is going to become like a foot. And when we walk, when we're bipedal, we have a double track. So your left hand will be to the left of your left foot, and it's going to be forward of the foot. It's like you're taking a step with your left hand. Right leg up in the air, ankle flexed, body is firm, and you come up into the pose. It's a wonderful, I could say, juxtaposition of being really limber, but very firm. Like you are everything right now. You're limber and you're toned. The front of your leg has to be super strong. The inner thigh has to be elastic. Breathe in. Exhale. Come out, and we have horse, squat. Okay, heels in, toes out, drop down, and press your knees back. And breathe, shifting side, side. Half moon, though it's celestial, it's an earth pose. It's balance. Come on up. And let's work with the back foot first. So it's going to heel, faces the back of your mat. Your leading foot facing the front. I don't know, one end of the mat. Deep breath in and shift. Shift from the pelvis, doing the Egyptian dance here. And you are just discovered, intact for thousands of years, painted on a wall in a tomb in Egypt. And they're like, wow, look at this perfect drawing. There you are, breathing in. Exhale. Colors intact, paint intact, and just perfectly one-dimensional. Breathe in. Exhale. So let's come up. And then as we come up, again, super important, bend your knee. You're going to need that little cushion there. And then your hand is going to become a foot now. Your right hand is becoming a foot, and you're walking position. So right hand to the right of the right foot. Left leg up, arm up, and balance. Beautiful celestial body here. Breathe in. Exhale. And breath in. Exhale. Bend the knee. Come out. Come up. Heel in. Toes out. And from here, we're going to drop down again. Press the knees back. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale. And breath in. And exhale. And press on up. Good work. So we'll go to a twist now. And twist kind of working with heart and throat center. So let's go ahead and we'll do a pyramid, because the pyramids are great. Yeah, pelvis is squared. Some need blocks. It's fine. Use blocks. But really, for a good part of the pose, you're not going to be reaching with your hands. Your hands are going to be busy behind you. They're going to be clasping or in Anjali Mudra. Some can't go there. The hands could be low. That's fine. Look up, arch, send your heart up. Anjali, hands in prayer position, whether at your heart or behind your heart. R is a symbol of, it's Anjali is an offering. It's an offering. What do you offer? What do you offer to yourself? What do you offer to the world? What do you offer to your communities? What do you offer to your family? Exhale. Let's come forward. And, lowering. Pause for a moment. Now, some will stay at the halfway point, and at this point, some have to let go and hold your blocks, and some will lower the head and bring your head to knee. Eyes open. If you're going further, as I'm demonstrating, you would look at your back foot. If you're holding your blocks, you're probably looking at your right foot, your forward foot. Some will bring the hands down. Some have to bend the right knee. That's okay. We're going to add the twist. So one way is, say you're not twisting, but you're going to walk your hands to the outside forward leg. That's my right leg. I'm going to walk out. Or you have a block and you begin the twist. I always say it's okay to bend the knee. I'd rather have that than a strained back. But if you are okay with it, extend and revolve triangle. Yeah. Breathing in. Exhale. Equanimous mind. Just as you love some poses, just carry it over. Just say, this is challenging, but I'm doing it. I'm doing this, and I'm breathing. The poses make us strong. Poses give us perseverance, patience, tolerance even. Release, come out, come forward, and come to standing. Take a moment, hands to heart center. Breath in. Exhale, feel the difference on the sides of the body. It's so strange. And we'll be remedying that soon. Okay, left foot forward, right foot back. And we're starting out with the same hand position you used before. In your mind's eye, without going into too much analysis, just that feeling of what is it? You don't have to name it, identify it, but what is it that you can identify without words. How's that? Identify with feelings. What is it that you offer? What do you offer yourself? Out there, externally, outside of yourself. Breathe in. Exhale. And then engage your core as you start to make your way forward. Pause maybe at the halfway point. Balance a little bit. Maybe you can bring your head to your knee. Breathe in. Exhale. We're going to let go. And using blocks or no blocks. And again, you could just say, I'm not going to twist in this, but I'll walk to the outside left foot. I actually like that part. Or you can add the twist. So right hand is down. The back heel should be down. Turning, and really working your left hip back. Arm up into the air, and breathe. Deep breath in, and exhale. Good. Go ahead and release. And then as you release, come on up and place your feet together and hands are to heart center and breathe. Exhale. And from here, we're going to come to sitting. So take a moment to really savor the poses, to savor the movements. How, I always ask this question, how is what we do, why aren't we just saying, hey, join us for the stretch class? And, feeling that more kind of global scope of the practice. Just close your eyes. Take a breath in, feeling much more sort of your body vibrating really with energy, scintillating, I hope, with energy and the lightness and openness, a sense of accomplishment. We are coming to a shoulder stand, and if you want, you can have your legs straight up in the air. Now, here's what I would say. Shoulder stand, or if you're not doing shoulder stand, use a block, grab a strap, make a little loop, take your legs in the loop, cinch it up. I usually do it the other way around. First I cinch, then I come up. But anyways, I did it this way today. Make sure that block is comfortable. And the strap is meant to be tight, so it just is so comfortable on your legs. You don't have to work at keeping your legs together and just relax there. And I'm going to, I'll keep the strap in place. I'm going to come up into shoulder stand with the strap in place. I don't usually do that, but hey, elbows in and strap in place and breathe. Just make sure the strap isn't like hanging around your face. Breathing in. Now, we're not going to hold too long. If you're on a block, you can hang out a little longer. Those of us in shoulder stand, we're going to make our way to plow. Don't look at the screen as you go into plow. Breathe in. Exhale. Normally, these would be held much longer. We're not holding too long. Those of you who went into plow, make sure there's no block behind you as you slowly now start to come out. And then as you come out, all of us coming out and releasing the strap. Now, fish pose is good to come into. We do need to release our throat. So you could take hands behind you. You could lie over a block. You could do Dagasana, which uses 2 blocks to arch into, or feet are together. Elbows bending, arching, and draw your head down and breathe. Breath in. Exhale. And then release. And let's pull knees into chest and stretch your lower back. And rocking. And extending legs one by one. And have your palms facing up. And just take a moment here to completely relax your body. Good last 3-4 minutes of your session. Good. So, today's session is dedicated to collateral beauty. And as my friend Joy described it, Joy used to be a SAC member, and then she moved. She lives in Texas now. Collateral beauty is the beauty that comes out of suffering and heartache. And then she says, continue to look for beauty, because it will continue to be. It will continue to be there, regardless. Completely relaxing. Again, having a sense of gratitude, like a giant wave wash over you. Gratitude. And whatever it is you feel your gratitude for, you feel it strongly. Completely relaxing from toes to the head, to the crown of your head. I'm going to have you just hear a few more rounds of breath. Just be here observing your breath. And then begin to deepen your breathing and begin to bend your knees, roll to one side, and make your way to sitting. Nice. And we'll end our session with an Om.